Hi, I'm Katie Ottleman, Director of Content and Communications with the Rochester Downtown Alliance, here to bring you another feature in our Community Spotlight series. They highlight a different person or group making an impact, collaborating with their neighbors, and innovating as Rochester responds to COVID-19. Overall, these features are meant to offer uplifting messages about the positive things happening in our downtown Rochester community. Let's take a look at the latest Community Spotlight feature. Welcome to the Community Spotlight series. Lizzy from People's Food Co-op in downtown Rochester is chatting with me today. Lizzy, thank you for taking the time.
Thanks, Katie. Glad to be here.
Thanks for joining me. So downtown Rochester is very fortunate to have the People's Food Co-op as its downtown grocery store, which has thankfully remained open during COVID-19. Briefly tell us how you have kind of adapted in response to COVID-19.
Almost every process that we touch or that our customers touch has had to be revised. And I have to just commend right off the top every one of my coworkers for the work that they put into that, because they have been amazing. And things that we have done have included, of course, the addition of many levels of sanitation, the rotation of our baskets and carts and all of the consumer-facing hard surfaces in the store as far as sanitizing those. We have shut down almost completely every self-dispensing section of the store, which has been pretty challenging because that's one way that co-ops have been built, these natural food stores where consumers can reduce the amount of packaging and get whatever they need and, eat this food that's created in our own kitchens. We are retooling all of those processes so people can still access the nutritious and delicious foods they want, but not have it be self-dispensing. And of course, a big one is that we've shifted much of our sales to curbside service, and we put that program together in just a few weeks. So yes, every sort of newly imagined process has been incorporated into our new workday. We are basically running our store now in partnership with our customers. We're asking our customers and our staff to all behave in these new ways. And, it's really like a true cooperation in a way that we never expected the co-op to be. And there are certainly some beautiful interactions that are happening. They're just happening in very different ways. We've got little hand signals among the staff for like, oh, I'd like to give you a hug, but I can't. So I'm going to just do this hand signal so you know that I'm here for you. The moments that my team is taking now with our customers and with each other to check in from a 6-foot distance, they're really important. They're critical. And that's something that we have always felt like we've offered, but I don't think it's ever been quite so intentional. And the number of thank yous and gratitudes that we've received from our customers have made my day better. And I know they've made the days better for my team.
Actually, that kind of leads right into my next question was, what keeps you motivated or what drives you amid everything that's going on?
Yeah. The co-op, it's not just open because we're allowed to be open as a grocery store essential service, but we're here because it's what our owners need. This is a business literally owned by over 10,000 households across the southern Minnesota and western Wisconsin area, and our owners need us to be here. We are asked to provide this service for good groceries, for food that nourishes these families, and I feel really beholden to that responsibility. Honestly, I've thought a lot in the last few weeks about the calling that we have now as essential workers, grocery workers. Like, never has this calling felt so elevated. And for many of us, it wasn't a calling that we knew we had. I don't have a lot of people on our team who are saying, I hope I'm a grocery worker for the rest of my life, but maybe they are now, because we are called to serve a community. And that's always been part of the co-op's mission, part of People's Food Co-op's mission, but it's never been so concrete as it is now. So when I think of the people who are counting on the co-op to provide what their family needs, I gotta come do it.
So what's kind of one positive thought that you'd like to share with everybody?
On a very practical note, I have been very impressed by the amount of food we've had on our shelves throughout this whole crisis. Yes, the toilet paper remains sometimes an issue, but for the most part, we have had pretty full shelves. And part of that is because as a natural foods cooperative, we are part of alternative distribution systems of food. The local growers, the distributors that are regional, the ways that food is moving around, and the diversity of our farms and our producers. And my positive that I want to say is, as a grocery store, we have been able to provide a lot of good food to people because we're able to use these alternative distribution routes. And I'm really proud of that. And I'm proud of our regional and local producers for, being able to show up and provide this kind of food. It's why people rely on our grocery store.
Yeah, well, that's a very good outlook. And again, kind of how you're not only helping the consumer community, but also helping the wider community by utilizing those outside growers and producers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really great. So thank you. How can people get in touch with People's Food Co-op, and how can they utilize the curbside service that you guys are offering?
Just go to pfc.coop. You'll get everything you need.
All right, that sounds good. All right, well, thank you for your time, Lizzy. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Katie.